Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk. This is Zach, and today I am joined by none other than Solo
What's going on?
and a returning guest, Mr. Abbas.
Doing.
Alright, brothers, before we get into it, remember, if you like what we talk about, if you like what we have to say, remember to subscribe, leave a comment down below, like the video, like our Instagram page.
We're on social
Twitter.
media now.
We're on social media, so make
big
sure you
things.
follow, make sure you're everywhere. We need subscribers, we need to hear your voices.
What's the
pretty much.
handle? What's the handle? The Insta handle is at Real Talk with Solo and Zach.
That's
and
right.
the Twitter handle, I'm not sure.
Exact same thing. At
Same
Real
thing.
Talk with Sol and Zach. Okay,
Same,
we'll leave the links down below in the description. Let's just get straight into it.
Let's go.
Two teams this weekend are in big trouble. Big trouble. Manchester United and Arsenal, both showing us pretty much what their mindset is going forward, showing us, what they lack, what's good about them, what's not. United showing us in the space of 7 minutes what's great about them, and then the rest of the game showing us what's not. What do you guys think? Who's more in trouble? Sorry, Arsenal or Manchester United?
Man, I still think Arsenal. Arsenal is way more in trouble. There's more expectation on Arsenal now. I think everyone's accepted. I told you a few weeks ago about Man United. They're a lost cause. I think the board know that, and they don't have to worry with Ole. Like, Ole's not going to ask for 500 million. He's going to work with the players he's got. But Arsenal, man, you've seen the squad. We've seen the squad. They should not be running, what is it, 8th? Are they coming 8th?
Yeah,
Yes, they're coming 8th
Yeah, so, I mean,
with a -1 goal difference.
still Arsenal, man.
United, they're at 9th.
9th?
17th, so 1 point behind.
I mean, that's unacceptable for Arsenal. United, you can understand. I don't know half their team on the weekend.
Yeah.
But I thought he was going after Leicester. We talked about it in the first video of the podcast.
Well, that's the thing, right? There's been a lot of criticism of Emery for like a long time now. For me personally, I don't blame Emery anymore. I actually don't. There's no anger towards the guy anymore.
What a shock! What?
Yeah, no, there isn't, right? You know who I blame?
Who do
It's
you
the
blame?
freaking board. The fact that the Arsenal board has not taken action and has just literally just sat on their hands this whole time. I don't know what they're hoping for, what they're thinking, but I blame them.
They're saving 6 million.
All right, no worries. Save 6 million. It'll cost you 14 later when you don't make the Champions League. You don't. When a kid, for example, does something stupid, right? All right, no worries. You tell the kid off, yeah. But when that kid has a history and he keeps going, doing the same wrong thing over and over again, you look at the parents. So what are you doing with this kid?
But you forgot one thing.
Tell me.
We're coming first in the Europa League in our group. That's
who,
us, Arsenal. We're coming first in our Europa League group, right?
Who gives a shit?
Okay, can I elaborate a bit?
Tell me.
So there's still a path to Champions League.
Yeah.
That's what the board's thinking.
Oh, you look. Champions League, we're not even in December yet, man. Champions League's still in the
No. What I'm saying is,
even top 4.
What I'm saying is, until there's no path to
Mhm.
Champions League, they're not going to do anything.
You're
That's
right.
what I think.
You're right. They're thinking, look, this guy, we're not really looking at the league. Yeah, if he makes the top 4, awesome. If he doesn't, no worries. Europa League is the way to go. He'll get us there. He's good enough to win.
Until it's
Europa League.
100%, we're out of Europa League
Yeah.
and we're still 6th, and there's no chance of top 4.
Definitely. So you haven't got the illness yet. Yeah, you're still healthy, but there's signs that your body's breaking down.
They're willing to go.
But
all
they
the way
don't
with
care.
it.
They'll keep pushing the body.
They don't
right?
care.
That's what I'm talking about. The players have stopped playing for him.
You saw Lacazette at the end of the game when he
didn't even
scored the winner.
celebrate. He just scored a goal. He didn't even celebrate.
It's like he made a mistake. It's like, oh
Yeah.
no, I saved him for another week.
100%. No one celebrated because everyone felt so deflated, bro. After that goal, just like what's going on? There's no passion in that team. There's reports that came out that Arsenal players received 2 days off after the game finished. Sunday, Monday they got off. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Apparently there was dramas in the dressing room, all that kind of stuff. They got Sunday, Monday off. The board came out. I don't know if they came out again, but they're still backing Emery.
Yeah, still
They'll be
backing
there
him.
on
Yeah.
Thursday. And again, it's not don't worry about Emery anymore. It's the board. Like, what message are you sending to the fans?
But like I told you, that's what they're
What if
thinking
they don't-
right now.
What if they don't have a replacement for Emery yet? That's why they're holding off a bit.
When you have something that's this wrong with the team and it's toxic now, right? It's affecting the players.
No, I agree 100%.
But there's always a replacement. There's always a backup coach available.
yeah,
We have
but-
Ljungberg available, right?
Well, on Ljungberg, Freddie Ljungberg, apparently he's taken more of more control of the Europa League
Europa
squad.
League team, yep.
So
definitely.
he's actually doing the work there.
Mhm.
Emery's kind of backed off. So he's capable. They're doing well in Europa League.
Yeah.
So if that's true, he'd be a decent
Did Ljungberg
replacement.
Did Ljungberg get brought into the club by Emery or not?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
So-
if it will. I
No,
don't
he's just a
think-
club. He's a
no,
club legend.
that's
He's
right.
come.
He
You
was
know
a
what I
youth
mean? He's
academy-
looking after the youth squad.
He was a youth academy youth squad coach. I think he just got brought up to help out Emery
Okay.
get accustomed to the team,
he's an
the
option.
culture, that kind of stuff.
But not for like the long term, just for the short term.
Yeah, no,
Just to
fair enough.
turn around, you know,
Fair
like
enough.
the fortunes for now,
Well-
make the fans happy.
That's the reason why I don't think Arsenal's in as big as trouble as United, because
You think United's in more trouble?
I think United's in more trouble.
Tell
I
me.
think United. I don't see any backlash from the players on Ole compared to the Arsenal players with Emery. So I think the biggest issue with Arsenal right now is, as soon as they get rid of Emery, which I think they will, because the board's going to realise the players are not playing for him. So as soon as the board, like, pretty much just decide, okay, look, the players are not playing for him, the fans want him out, he's not getting us into the Champions League, they pretty much know it, right? This is a business at the end of the day. If they look at it and they say, well, Arsenal are coming 8th, they are, 8 points behind top 4. The way that Emery is going, by December or by Christmas, it's going to be about 12 points behind top 4. If Chelsea keep winning and Arsenal keep drawing, losing. And yeah, I think the board will be like, well, look, players don't want him, the fans don't want him. Let's get him out of there. Put in a replacement for the end of the season, an interim coach. And then the players will start playing for Arsenal again. And the players will start winning. You guys have got a good enough squad to... I mean, every squad needs a coach, right? But the quality of the Arsenal's got, especially up front, they can score goals. We all know that. So even with an interim coach in there, Arsenal will go back up if Emery goes out. But while Emery's there, he's in trouble.
But that's the thing. That's why I think we're way more in trouble than United, because
you don't-
again, United accepted that they can't like provide the big players, so they've just given youth a chance right now. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If United had Arsenal's squad, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would not be the manager right now.
No
He
way.
would have been gone.
Pochettino probably would have
That's
taken
right. He would have been gone a long time ago. The only excuse Ole has right now is the squad.
That's it.
They've
Because
let
he's
him
got
off.
injuries.
That's right. They've let him off due injuries, young squad, whatever it is, and they've said, all right, you know what? Just either way, no one's going to do better anyway. Just go. Do the best that you can. Reassess again at the end of the season, right? So he's been given those free reins. And it shows, a sort of sense of mediocrity from both the boards, from Arsenal and United.
It's not
Saying,
like
you
that,
know,
huh?
But for Arsenal, you know how you're saying, well, they'll see the players and they'll see the fans have said they want him out. They've made it very, very clear. There was a chance going on at the stadium of we want Emery out, right? And those fans are getting removed for saying that.
Wow.
The players have
That's
shown, that they don't want him there. They've shown by the way that they... How can you have players liking posts on Instagram and God knows where else that are the posts writing, F off Emery, we want you out. And they're right and they're liking the post. That's not acceptable.
But that's what I'm saying. I think the board obviously can see that already, right? I think Emery wouldn't be there by the end of this year.
You know
I
what?
think he'll be gone.
No, I think he's staying to the end of the season.
It's,
I think Ole will still be there.
Look, the only
I think
reason
Emery
why
will still be
the
there.
only reason why Wenger's departure took so long was Wenger literally took his into the Champions League every year, but that's the furthest he's getting. This season, Emery, the board know Emery are not going to take him to the Champions League. Take away all this, because the players are not playing for him, right? We can all see that. The players are not playing for him. The board are going to look at that and be like, well, can Emery turn it around? No, because the players don't want to play for him.
But they're not looking at it that way, Abbas. That's what we're saying.
You're assuming that.
No.
We're saying that.
No, but look, can I
Bro, the guy in the last 5 games, draw, loss. Like we've won
Okay.
6 games this season.
I
Five
said, okay, if you continue like that, if you continue with that form until December, just after Christmas, do you think he's still going to be there?
Yeah. I think
again,
again,
that's what I'm saying.
that's what he said, yeah?
I'll go back to what I said. Until there's no clear path to Champions League,
He'll
they're
be
going to
there.
keep him.
that's right.
Bro, can I
I
just say, why are they going to get rid of him now and cause a ruckus in the club? Like, I know they bring an interim coach, but why are they going to go through all that process right now? You know, the thing they've got in common,
Because-
honestly, the thing that Arsenal and United have in common, the boards, they hate spending.
Yep.
They hate spending, and they know Ole's not going to ask for money, and they know Emery's got a good enough squad. So
Emery's a yes man.
Exactly, they're both yes men. That's
Yeah.
it. They're happy with that.
But if
Yeah.
so why there's no clear pathway to the Champions League, right? Why would they cause a ruckus? It's simple, because the players don't want to play for him.
But they don't. You
That's
can
what
see
I'm
right
saying.
now
The
they don't.
players don't want to play for
That's
him.
right.
So the board has got to sit there and think, well, okay, the players don't want to play for him. The fans don't want him. Okay, we could sit here and be tight asses, for example, right? We could be tight asses and say we're not going to get rid of him because he's not going to spend money. He's got a good enough squad, but he's not. But realistically, they know they're businessmen, right? They're not going to leave it on 10% chance by December that you might make the Champions League because you're 15 points behind. If you're 12, 15 points behind by December, they're going to look at it as business owners being like, well, our chances of the Champions League are very small right now. We've got to change things to, one, at least get the fans back up, and two, get these players playing for their wage because right now they're not playing for the
I wish they thought like that, bro. I wish.
That's what I was gonna say. I wish that's how it was because that's how it was. He would have been gone.
Because look
already.
at Tottenham. Look at Tottenham for example. Yeah, the players went to the board. Do you think the board made the decision to get rid of Pochettino without going to the players, the main players, Kane, Ericsson, those guys? They went to him. Yeah, they went to him.
No, I think they didn't go to him. I think they made.
I don't think that was.
but
I don't
see,
think that they pulled the trigger until they talked to him. I
Either
don't
scenario,
think so.
if they didn't talk to the players and pulled the trigger, freaking well done on them. Well done for having the guts to say you
It's
took us
not.
to the Champions League final,
But look at.
but we can see that there's a rut and it's not working.
You're right.
You need to go. And
You're
if the
right.
players did go, then all right, even still, well done.
Yeah.
You didn't stick with the
But
bad
that's
formula.
why I'm saying the players. We'll talk about it. But you saw a difference on the weekend.
Yeah.
The way they played Tottenham. There were players chasing off the ball. They were actually working hard. 2 weeks prior to that, they were disgraceful, man.
They've been
disgusting.
I haven't
this
seen
season.
Dele Alli play that good in like 3 years.
Dele Alli has been their worst player, honestly.
Okay, can I say something? Right, I think we're doing a disservice to Poch because let's say you're a Tottenham player. Let's say you're Dele Alli, Zach, right? And your manager just got sacked, and then Mourinho gets replaced with him, right? What's your mentality in this situation? Is your mentality to obviously be, how can I say,
Hungry?
vulnerable because you think there's a new coach and you're not guaranteed a spot? So it's just human nature that you're going to be playing extra hard.
Of course. No.
Do you
We're
know
going
what
to
I
talk
mean?
about it later
I-
about Tottenham's
yeah.
impact. You're right. It is. You could have put anyone there and Tottenham's going to have a reaction to that
Yeah.
coach, definitely. But we're talking about the board here, right? The board, Tottenham's known as a bottler club. When you compare them to Arsenal, they're not as big as club as Arsenal. That's why everyone keeps telling us, right? Arsenal's a big club. United's a big club.
But
And
Tottenham
isn't.
Yeah,
Tottenham just made a big man move. They made a big club move just then. Getting rid of their most
100%.
successful manager to date and replacing him in less than 24 hours. That's a big
The
game move.
The worst thing that could happen to them now is that they're relevant. Everyone's talking about them.
That's right.
They've never been relevant.
And we're here sitting, our players are liking posts, and we have this guy coming on every freaking week. Good evening. We're up to improve. Yeah,
He's
a
actually,
tactic. Yeah,
but
it's
honestly,
okay.
he's blind.
Do we
He
have
he
Emery
doesn't
on the
even address
podcast?
it.
But again, I don't blame him.
Do we
You
have-
know what? I'm sorry, Emery.
Do we have Emery on the podcast right now? Because that sounds exactly like you.
I'm sorry. You know what, Emery, if you're listening, I apologize. It's not your fault, bro. You're an idiot, but it's not your fault, yeah?
Oh, relax.
I blame the board. Raul Salanelli, whatever his name is.
Raul.
Don Raul, right?
Don
And
Raul.
him. Edu, what are you guys doing? You're watching the game, bro.
Yeah,
And
but
he's
they're not.
coming-
To be honest, they're not happy as well. You can say they're not happy.
Really?
They're not happy, bro.
Brother, you know what it is?
I know,
this
but-
is my personal. This is my personal.
I don't know what they're
what's
not
the
happy
word?
about. But
Personal. What's the word?
Agenda.
Not agenda. This is my personal view of it, right?
Your opinion.
That's the best way. Opinion, whatever, right? I think Emery's a great talker. Yeah, I think he. No, listen. I think in English, right? He's not great. He's not great in
come on,
English.
man.
He's bad at English, right? You can see that.
Do you understand?
But I
French?
think in Spanish, yeah, I think he's a good talker, man. I think when he sits down with Raul and those boys,
I get what you're saying.
and he spits a lot of stuff in their face of a little bit, por qué no, los dos, whatever it is, right?
Oh, you know Spanish.
I think
That's
he
Mexican,
spits so well, he talks so well that he makes people believe that all right, you know what, this guy just needs a little bit more help. No worries, take your time.
Alright.
You look, from his perspective, yeah, I gotta play devil's advocate a little bit here. From his perspective, he can say I need a bit of time. He's only been there for a year and a bit.
Yep.
So like he's got a point from his perspective.
It's
From
on the
our
board.
perspective, obviously we want
It's
him
on the
gone.
board. The board has to.
It is
act.
on the board.
United's board are the ones to blame for all this. Their bad transfer history, their manager history, right? They're the ones to blame for this mess. Arsenal, exact same thing. The board. They're the ones to blame for giving Emery the time for buying these great attacking players for a manager who's a coward and will not play these players. What's wrong with Pepe playing on the right wing? Why don't you play him, you freaking dud? Why don't you play him? Just give him a go.
Relax.
Family
have, you,
shit,
se-
yeah.
have you seen Pepe's confidence lately?
I know.
That
I know that.
guy has no confidence, bro.
All right. This is something that Arsenal fans need to hear. Okay.
Yeah, tell us, Liverpool.
Because I feel like
Liverpool fan.
Yeah, live VAR pool fan. Tell us.
I feel like Arsenal have been playing victim ever since the Wenger situation, right? And I feel like every coach that comes in, you just feel like it's gonna drag on like the Wenger situation. Okay. I feel like Wenger stayed there so long because he got used to Champions League every year and he was profitable. Right. Emery is not Wenger. Emery is, mark my words, he's gone by December.
I hope you're right.
He's
He's
gone,
not.
but you guys are just so scared that it's gonna be another
All right.
Wenger where it's just gonna drag and drag and drag. He's not profitable.
You're putting on the table. He's out
Emery.
by December.
He's out by
I'm
the
putting
end
on
of
the
the
table.
year.
He stays to the end of the season.
He's out by the end of
He
the
will
season.
be here for the last game of the season.
Look, all I'm saying is I think he'll stay there till there's no path to the Champions League. Till it's confirmed we can't make Champions League, then they'll get rid of him.
Why?
Because that's the
but
target. But that's their
why would I
target.
pay $6 million to pay him out when there's no way anyone?
Bro,
might as well make him finish
Bro,
his contract.
they're not. Bro,
and
they're
see him
not.
later.
Bro,
Why
they're
would I
not
pay
going to
$6
get
million?
rid of him. They're going to leave him as a face. Even if Ljungberg's taking Europa League squad, he'll let they'll let that flow. They'll let that flow until we get knocked out. I'm telling you.
The date is 26th of November.
Of
Tell you
November.
Right now, Emery will be here last game of the season.
All right.
My hair will have fallen out. I'll be white because of all the frustration that I'll be feeling with this club. But he will not freaking leave. Back to the question: who's in more trouble? 100% Arsenal
Yeah, it's Arsenal.
because of the squad and everything that they have. They
You said
should be
United?
doing
Do you
better.
mean? What do you mean by trouble?
trouble?
As
Trouble,
in,
trouble.
so put it this way, right? If Emery gets replaced tomorrow, do you still believe Arsenal are in trouble more than United?
No.
Okay, so it's just Emery that you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right now the situation.
Like,
right now.
who needs the change? Who needs
the
the
change?
the change now?
Okay.
Who
Let's
needs
say-
the change
Let's
now?
say Ole and Emery both got replaced today. Who's in trouble more?
United,
So you
because their
think,
squad's not good enough.
okay.
I think it depends who gets
So
picked
that's-
as manager.
That's what I mean by Manchester United in trouble.
Can I say
Because
wait,
there's no door that Manchester United can open right now that puts them in a good position.
there's one
What a manager?
manager,
A manager's not going to do anything with that squad.
Maurizio Pochettino. If they sack Ole for Pochettino, and we sack our manager for an interim, we're going to be still more in trouble because we don't know who's going to come in. We're still going to have that up in the air. Who's going to be our manager? They're going to be settled. You know there's going to be a 5-year project. You know that Pochettino doesn't care about money. He can get the best out of his players. Bro, if he gets picked by Man United, I'm telling you right now, they're going to be on the march back.
But the thing is,
Pochettino
we're
had
talking about,
class players.
you're talking
with
about
him.
he's a lot of players. We're talking about even if Pochettino comes in, right, and then we get an interim for Arsenal. Arsenal still has a squad to make top 4.
I understand.
Right?
I
The only
understand.
problem right now is
No,
confidence.
but I
not
understand.
skill.
But I'm talking about long term.
Not
Long
long
term,
term.
we're still.
We're talking about right now.
I
This season.
understand. I understand. But then you look at it from a different perspective. You're not going to look at it from the same perspective like it's a short term thing. You know, Pochettino is going to come in, whichever club he goes to, and it's going to be a long term project. That's why I don't think he would go to a Real Madrid. That's why I don't think he'll go to a Barcelona or a Bayern Munich.
But
He's a guy that can get the best out of junior players and make them something. You've seen what he did at Tottenham.
Who
Alright.
did he do that with at Tottenham? But other than Dele Alli,
Harry Kane,
Okay. Who else?
Kyle Walker, Danny Rose,
Was he there when Kyle
Eric
Walker made his
Dyer.
debut?
Eric Dyer. Yeah, he was. Eric Dyer. Well, he kept playing them. He
Heung-min
started
Son.
playing them.
I mean, it's hard not to play.
Oh, yeah,
Kyle
Son.
Walker.
All right, look, let's we're
Nah, but
we're dragging it on.
It
We're
was
dragging it on. Let's just end it here. Last point here. Give me one thing. If the position stays as it is, Emery's still there, Ole's still there. Where do United and Arsenal finish?
They'll make their way up. They'll make their way back up a bit, but they're going to be 5th and 6th.
5th and 6th?
If the manager stay there,
Hmm.
I think they'll be around where they are right now.
I agree. I think they'll stay exactly where they are because the teams above them are just playing too good. Very good.
Not
But
even
again, it depends on the run of games. If we got an easy run of games, I think that we should.
Easy.
He's lost.
Easy.
I'm saying on paper.
Easy?
On paper.
We had Southampton on the weekend. What are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah,
Easy?
sorry, bro.
Exactly.
What a
We
what
had
a team.
Southampton, bro.
What a team, bro.
Easy.
Sorry, man.
There's no more easy games.
9-0 they conceded. Sorry,
yeah,
man.
there's no more easy games.
I
guys.
need you.
No
to-
more easy games.
Yeah, calm. Doesn't
You
even
know when
understand
you
the
stress,
story.
bro, you start sounding like, what do you call it?
Yeah, like
Emery, man. Relax, man.
Good evening.
Stop.
Good evening.